Hello, this is Debraas Love 1, and I wanted to do a storyline reading as far as child molesters, sexual predators, child molesters, or just predators as far as women in general. If any kind of way that people can check, I know, to see if people in their area, but a lot of them don't check like they should to see if you have people who child molesters in your area, down the street or next to you, where you live at. You need to check to make sure your children are safe, because you can hear someone beside you that live right next to you as a person who could molest your child or rape your child. So this is a storyline as far as anything like that, and they should be punished to the fullest. Or just sexual predators, people who rape ladies. It don't have to be where it's a child, people who rape ladies. So that can go to whoever they are. If they do anything and violate a woman or a child, boy or girl child, however it is, boy or girl, it don't matter which kind of child. If you're doing an act like that, it don't matter, boy or girl. You deserve to be punished to the fullest by law, because God has got you on this channel. If you end up on this channel with Debraas Love 1, God got you. God, you're going to pay with God. So the law need to fall in line. Right behind God. The law need to fall in line. Okay? Because you're going to get yours on this channel. So if you living by someone, or you don't know you living by someone, God gonna let you know in this storyline you living by someone, or you got somebody in your home that's like that. However it's flowing, I don't know. But God, I was looking at my cards and 14 jumped out, and number 7. So these two, 7. So let's just flow. Okay, we got 7. Is they put together? Okay, let's just flow. We got number 7 and number 14. So we got 14 and 7 can part of your license, part of your social, part of your phone number, part of your apartment, your house number, part of a court date, your birthday, your children's birth date, your court date, whatever it could be. Amount of kids you got, whatever it may be. 1, 4, 7, 5. One child, how many you got, whatever it might be. Let's just flow. Let's just say we got healing of the soul, 14. When you hurt someone to the core, you murder someone. 7 of the abuse is when you abuse someone or someone abuse you. Let's just start. I'm going to take some off the top. Then I'm just going to put them together and make a story. So the first one is life is like a jigsaw puzzle for somebody. So far, I don't know which one, you or the person who is the predator. Follow me? God said go forward and get on your path. So I feel like this is the victim, or this is someone who, your child is the victim, or whatever God's talking about. Let's just put up, because something come from your childhood and you need to start running from things, or this person, whoever's doing this. Somebody confused someone for a prostitute, confuse you for a prostitute, or figure they could give your child some candy, goodies, or whatever, a toy or whatever, to make something happen, however it's flowing. So it says right here that this person need to leave destruction behind, right? Because this person got a healing path. So we have the murdered card, because I see spirit right there. So some kind of way somebody was murdered. This person murdered someone, child or woman, right? The family wanted to be like it was before the child or the woman was murdered, because somebody beat the child or the woman, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, or financially. Because this person wanted money, needed a job, needed to go home really and look for work on a computer. Follow me? So we have somebody is trying to analyze and see where things stem from, because this person wanted somebody to incorporate some playful energy, plant a seed, because this person was hot, upset, steaming outside. And this person plugged into tension with somebody. And the person didn't like the sounds of whoever, the voice, the fussing or whatever, because it weighed the person down. So the person murdered the person. So we have right here, you don't control the outcome, all outcomes to the victim's family, or the victim, if the victim's family, because somebody was murdered right here. So the victim's family. Be okay with your looks and know you are beautiful. Because some kind of way somebody was taking somebody for a joke, but the person popped up. Let's just flow. Because somebody was a people pleaser here, and you can't be a people pleaser. You gotta know your words count, because somebody was energy seeking, and this person needed to see it for what it is. So we got somebody who violated a lady or whatever, a shark. Deep. Ex is not for you, miss. Your ex is not for you. Or your ex wasn't for you. Let's just flow. So we have no more innocence. God said you need to take charge. You had to be competitive and able to gain, because you was going to seek justice for a racial act, because you was dealing with a kinkster who wanted to supersize. Well, you wanted to supersize, but you was covering all your bases, or this person, because something was in plain sight for you to see. Because we have like a boss or whoever this is, or somebody outside or whoever this is, wanted you to lay down beside the person to be able to get money. Boss or somebody outside. But you need to spell this out to this person and expect nothing less than the best, because this person took you as a prostitute, whoever you are, or whoever your relative is. Your relative, if it's a woman, need to get chummy with a support group, or this man need to, because he's saying he's not innocent. He's saying he's not guilty. But whoever it is, temporarily, he abused his power because the female was mouthy. And maybe the man said, what are you going to do about it? But it was time for the female to move on and just chalk this up and just move on, because problems need to be worked on, but not there with this man. Because he didn't like her talking. She was a mouthy, kept talking. Family won't get the truth of the story otherwise, because she was a murderer. Let's just flow universe, you know all about it. So we have a person who, the female. So we have somebody who the person, okay, here we have right here, the lady was on the plantation where living, woman, girl, or whoever this is, not having enough food, shelter, clothing, love, or money, whatever. She is lacking something in life is falling apart for her. But God said she had a healing path and she need to leave destruction behind. So we might have like a woman. You let somebody live in your house, maybe. And the person did something to one of your children. Or we dealing with somebody homeless out on the street or in the neighborhood, or whatever's going on here. Or somebody just wanted to give somebody something to see if they would, they could do whatever. But still, the person I feel is underage compared to whoever this is that's trying to make something happen. The person is underage compared to this person. Follow me? That's Fantasia's song. Da, 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 da. What is it? I see you. Something like that. It's saying, I see you. Something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I need to hear a little bit what that song is saying. I don't know what this song is saying. Like that, see, or something like that. I don't know. That's my sweetie. Fantasia. I always say Fantasia is my other daughter. I always tell my daughter that my other daughter. I be saying, my other daughter. No, I always say Fantasia is my other daughter. That make me have... Oh my goodness. I say Fantasia, my other daughter. Yeah, that's my other daughter. You know it's not for real, but I always say, ever since I saw Fantasia on American Idol, I just kind of fell in love with little Fantasia as my little girl. But she's not a little girl. We know she's a grown up now, but she was younger than, I think, 19 or whatever she might have been when she went to American Idol. She is just so sweet, and she just took my heart, a sweetheart. Yeah, Fantasia, like my other daughter. I always look at Fantasia as my other daughter. I love my Fantasia. So, I don't know. Come hearing her song. See you. Something like that. I should know it by heart, though. I don't know why I'm hearing that song, though. It got something to do with the story, now. Somebody was a people pleaser, so... I'm trying to figure out. The person is underage, first of all, because this is a predator. Or if the person not underage and is no kind of child, is a lady that still was abused. I don't see the rape card so far. I really don't want to see the rape card, but because that card used to be in storyline so much it was like sickening. You know, but that's what's happening in the world. People just see this is a bad card right here. Somebody had to do something for force because of force. Follow me? That's a bad card. So that means when you do something, that means that's sexual activity. Because we talk about stuff like that. It's making me hear the song. What makes you feel like doing stuff like that? Look at this. Stuff like that. Look at this. Somebody, I had to lay beside him for money. So if it's your boss and the person making you lay down, they would have had your job. Get what I'm saying? Willing to do it because of fear and force. I was given no other choice. Get what I'm saying? This the sounds. That's a bad card. This a bad card. These are bad cards back to back. Temporarily abused the person's power. Took the person to a prostitute. Tried to make her a prostitute. Let's see, universe. I'm trying to see if this grown up or somebody's child or outside or whatever's going on here. Let's just flow a little bit. Okay, I give up on it. I don't feel like keep grabbing it. Okay, let's just flow in the universe. You know all about it. With this situation. You got $4,000, 4,000 stars, or up to $4,000, or just a nice amount of money. Maybe somebody's trying to offer to get somebody to do something. This is flow. Person here in spirit though, because the person was murdered. Follow me, a female. Look. People pleaser. Let's just flow universe. I'm going to make this dealing with this darn shark. You're a shark. That's a shark. There he is. He a shark. He came after this person. Let's just flow universe. So we having where we got like somebody who this person messing with a child, somebody's child in a house, or some teenager, somebody on the street, or an actual woman, period, where the person just singling out women and grabbing onto them or whatever. Ducking wouldn't help the woman because this man, whoever he is good and hot or was good and hot. Present, past, future, or however it's going, right? he rose to the occasion given to him. Or the lady rose to the occasion given to her. She was not going to be filtered by nobody else, so she did some talking, I feel. But he rose to the occasion to do what he wanted to do to the female. Follow me? So it says right here that she is seeking everything in it and gaining much hope in it all, and he was also. So we have right here that logo, right here, logo. Either you wear a logo, a symbol, or anything like that. Or she like logos, symbols, like kind of clothing, logos, symbols, people, brand names on her. He wears some kind of logo, symbol, get what I'm saying, a uniform, whatever's going on. He owns a company, part of a company, part of a job, or whatever this is. Could work at the same place, don't have to, right? He could own a company, I don't know. No more innocence. God wanted this female to take charge, be competitive when needed to gain, or maybe that's what she called herself doing, maybe at work, try to get up further in work, wherever she work at maybe, or whatever this is, right? So it says it was time for her to move on with her life. God says maybe from a company, from a place, or from some man, or whatever this is, and chalk it up as a loss. She don't control all the outcomes, God say, as far as situations. She had to be okay with her books and know she is beautiful, though, God says. Because abuse showed her that it was fake love, abuse by this man in whatever form. Because abuse is more than people hitting on you. Abuse is when somebody owe you money, they won't pay you. Somebody talking down to you. Somebody denying you things you need. Or whatever it may be, right? She decided to give up on this fake love with whoever this is, whatever this is, boss, man, or neighbor, or whatever this is. So we have right here, the lady or this man, one of them needed to exercise because youth don't last for so long. Okay, she had to seek the range of God. That means she needed God to have her in a bubble some kind of way from this man. Traveling in the house or wherever. She need to be like we in a bubble where God got you in there and keep you protected. Right? Because she need a miracle right here. Because she chose to stick a fork in this man. Maybe to say no if he had advances coming to her or whatever. Or to end it if she is going with him or whatever this is. Or he chose to stick a fork in her because she wasn't complying or anything like that. Because he wanted to talk through the extension, or he did to her. Nice talk, pillow talk, sexy talk, get what I'm saying? But he wanted it extended in person, laying beside her. Okay? It says right here that she had to start to love herself because maybe she is jacking him up for money, begging him for money. If not that, he was jacking her up. That mean like this, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? She had to work on her problems, whatever problems she had. Period in life, but not here, not there with that man. She need to go. This man, she is dealing with somebody sadistic that needed to go to soul support group. Okay, there's some choice words from her or to her from the man, or she put him out there where it was some defeat. She plunged into tension with this man, whoever he is. The family going to get the truth out of a story otherwise. Or she was going to get the truth out of a story otherwise if it's something that she was concerned about. She is dealing with a resource that will be job, agencies, anything like that. She is getting information from. Or he was, if he went to this support group, whatever, right? Or job or whatever. She need to leave destruction behind. Right? Because this person was destruction. But this man also needed to leave behind. Because God said she had healing work path. So it says right here, she had to lay beside him and able to get money. So he could have been a boss that's saying, in order for you to keep your job, you're going to have to lay with me. It could be anything like that. Or she could actually just live in the same house with this person. Just live in the same house. And the person is taking care of her. Like the person paying the bills. Follow me? Or it could just be like a prostitute. I had to lay down next to him and able to get some money out of him. So I had to do this. Or a rape. Follow me? But we got this on the side, so that's why I don't feel it's a rape, because this don't go with a rape. This come with a deal you make. Follow me? So it says right here that this man wanted her to be strictly his, and he asked her what she gonna do about it. Because He was energy seeking, and she needed to see it for what it is. She was feeling the moisture what this took from her, that she had to lay down next to this man. Not just lay down, but you know what I'm saying. Because she was willing to do something because of fear and force. Because if he's saying that she can't have a job, you gotta lay down with me to have your job, she gonna do it. Or if some kind of way he grabbed in an alley or whatever's going on, and she wanted to keep her life, she had to do it, or whatever this is, right? So we have right here the sounds of her weighing him down. She's screaming, yelling, fussing, or whatever. That means he didn't like it. So he did something right there, right? So we have right here, he owed a family apology. You need to apologize, sir, because he felt restricted and he had no way out. But he did have a way out. He should have went on about his business. That was his way out. Find the door, mister. His door's every which way. Find it, okay? Because he's abusing his power. This man, okay, could have been a boss, right? Could be some guy friend of hers that she broke up with. Could be a pimp. I don't know who this is right here. Could be some woman's man that live in a house, and he done did whatever to the child, to the teenager or whoever. I don't know who this is, right? It says right here that you had to analyze and see where something stemmed from, because he confused her for a prostitute. He figured he can give her something to get her to do whatever. So if we dealing with somebody and their child in the house, whatever the age, the person gave the child something for him to do whatever he wanted to do to the child, to lay down beside him, get my drift. If it's somebody out in the street, some homeless person, teenager, or whatever's going on out there, he still confused a person for a prostitute by giving a person something to see what they bite. They need something to eat, he gonna buy them food. He gonna draw them closer and closer to trust. And then he feel like he owed, get what I'm saying? You owe me. And they gonna do whatever it is because they want more food or whatever it is. Or if it's just a woman in general. He confused her for a prostitute because he might have gave her something too. A drink or whatever. And she thinks she getting off scot-free. And when he get outside, he decide, no, you're going to have to pay up. Anything like that or whatever this is, right? Or we just dealing with a person who just grabbing onto women and girls on the street parade, and he didn't give them anything. However it's flowing. Okay, look at things. She had to look at things. Well, I feel I can turn it around because it might be this man. He need to look at things and stop running from things because something come from his childhood. Why he even like he is in the first place. Let's just flow. Because we got a man that's the culprit here. So he's the one that's going around causing chaos and mayhem, right? So we have right here that he need to go home because he might have been looking for work some kind of way. Or we might have a woman or a girl that was out there and she ain't had money, but she need to go home and look for work on a computer. We might have a lady that was looking for work and she got a boss or whatever, right? But the boss is making it where she have to sleep with him and able to keep the job, to get the job or whatever. But God saying she should have just went home to find work on the computer. She ain't had to deal with that. Or if we got a woman where you got a man in the house and the man is messing with your child some kind of way, you don't know it because your child not talking, because the person told the child don't talk or threatened the child or whatever the person did. You need to go find work so you won't feel you need this man up in your house, anything like that. So we have right here that a lady got beat or the child got beat out in the street, or a grown woman, however, in the street or wherever the man met her at. Or we got a child that got beat in the house or whatever's going on. Somebody got beat one way or another. Right? So we have right here that emotionally, physically, financially, verbally, physically, however, God say go forward so you can get on your path, whoever it is that's left. If you're still alive, if you're somebody alive, if you this happened to your child, God wants you to get on your path. Okay, if you are the mother to the child out in the street, the teenager, whatever, God wants you to get on your path. Follow me? However it is, God wants, if you are the child out there, the teenager, still God wants you to get on your path if you survived or whatever's going on, right? Somebody didn't survive though because a murder card is sitting over there. So let's just flow. Competition in business is cruddy. At work, So somebody at work trying to make you do whatever and able to have a job, or out in the street, competition, because there's more than one person out there trying to make money, trying to eat or whatever. So it's competition out there for you, out in the street, a woman or a teenager. Or we got a mother home that it's hard to get work, so you got some man in your house, but he messing with your child. Follow me? And it's hard for you to get work. But God said you got to get out of that puddle, because it's going to keep you wet. You don't get out of that puddle and allowing this man to keep molesting your child, because you might don't know something at first, but if you somebody, you got to be like Debraas Love 1. I am a person who observe. I go all the way around. I can go 20 times around one subject. I'm going to go around it 20 times before I come up with whatever decision with something. You ain't going to be able to pull nothing off on me. I'm telling you. So if you got some man in there molesting the child, you're going to catch something. I'm going to catch something. I'm going to catch it. Believe me, I'm looking at the child's behavior all up and down. The man's behavior all up and down. Because it's telltale signs is that people just don't be looking at them. And then some people see certain things, but they want to just brush it under the, oh no, that can't be. Oh yeah, it can be. Okay, let's just flow. You need to observe if you got some man in there that's not your child's father, or if they is your child's father, you need to observe your child's behavior, child's whole body. Get what I'm saying? You need to observe. Get what I'm saying? Don't be so far removed, so into whoever this man is, laughing and giggling and eating crabs or whatever you're doing with this person, and so happy with this person. Observe and see what this person doing to your child, because people have stuff so undercover. You wouldn't believe it. Undercover. Child not talking, teenager or younger, not talking. You don't know nothing. You giggling and everything else. He laying in there with you, and then he laying in there with your child when you go to work. All kind of nonsense. Open your eyes, parents, and observe who you got in there with your kids. Father or boyfriend, whoever you got up in there, whoever you got, or man. Because I don't like calling grown men boys, because if you're a man, you're a man. You shouldn't want to be called a boyfriend. If you're a man, you claim you're a man, right? You're a man, right? Or out in the street, whoever this is. Okay, so we have right here, God said get out of that puddle. Don't let your child be molested, because you need money up in the house. Observe and see what's going on with your child and whatever man you got in there under your child, including the father. Because we have fathers that's weird out here. Just like we got mothers that's weird, siblings that's weird. Get what I'm saying? Universe is driven to guide you to your path, but will you go? That means keep a closer eye on your child, your teenager, your younger child, with whoever, whatever man you got up in your house, or just period, because anything could be happening in the neighborhood. The neighbor, anybody could be threatening them, and they doing whatever to your child and you don't even know it. Don't be so much into yourself where your children is then fell astray, and then when it's all over with, then you crying and whining. Nobody want to hear about this and that later on how you feel, because you wasn't available. Make yourself available. Show me with a support group, counseling, meeting, or whatever it is. Judges, lawyers, whatever that is. Because something was seeping and you didn't even spot it. Right? So it says right here, what are you going to do? Because whoever was mouthy, because maybe the man in your house and did whatever he wanted to know. Because it was seeping through, but you wasn't even paying too much attention. You saw little bits and pieces of something, maybe, of something happening in your house, but you just didn't want to really see it good because you want to keep the money flowing. Get what I'm saying? Boy, it's taking me back to something. I did a storyline, it's taking me back. Boy, it just made me feel that, Lord. It made me feel that, Lord. It made me feel that, God. It's taking me back to a storyline I did where something was happening and the parent just kept the child in the house because of money. And the child was being abused, and you never should allow your child to be abused to keep money flowing. Get what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. That's not a good thing to do. it made me feel just then. So let's just flow. You mouthy person saying, what you want to do about it? Like, you found out. I'm doing this, so what you want to do now? You should be calling 911 to come pick them up. That's what you should do. But some of these women, they so crazy and nuts about these men because they feel like the man make love good. They let the man stand there. Oh, well, don't do it. Don't do it again. I'll give you another chance. They need to be thrown behind bars along with the man. And I'll be the first one to be in line. Tell me to sign something to help get them in there. I will do it. I love children, and I'm an advocate for children. I will stand up to you against your own kids. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You mess with those kids. I don't care who kids they are. I'm on the children's side. I'm on the children's side. I don't play about kids. If you acting stupid and you want to let a man molest your children and act like you don't care, he more important, I'm going to stand over there in your place, and I'm going to be the parent and advocate for your child. Something became like a mountain seemingly because you letting somebody be in the house molest your child and you giving him another chance because he bringing in some kind of bacon to you, right? Maybe at midnight he doing whatever he doing at nighttime. Coming out of your room and creeping in your child's room. Teenager, younger child, or whoever it is. Or we dealing with outside. Some kind of money being made. Or your child coming out the house going to meet somebody outside. Or whatever's going on still is abuse. Because really, if a child is a teenager, they know different things. But still, if you're dealing with an adult, they still are being manipulated. Follow me? Come on and get to the melting pot. Here we have somebody out there with one of your children out on the street. And what he's going to do is have your child sexually violated. And he's going to do it first. He's going to do it first. So your child can know how it is to be with somebody. Not to just be with somebody. Be with somebody who are rough and mean or whatever. Because they're going to have to deal with all kind of people out on the street. Because here he is. You want to make some money? Come on, let's make some money. Maybe up to this amount. And you know when people see all kind of amounts, they naive to think that they really going to get that kind of money when they might don't get nothing but $50 when it's all over with. Okay, somebody was taking somebody for a joke and somebody popped up on somebody. So out in the street, So out in the street, somebody popped up on somebody out in the street. Or at work, or in the house, or whatever this is. Let's flow. This is the first card, right? This was the first card. This is the first card. Let me flow for a minute because I got to run in my mouth. I got to keep it in order. So I'm going backwards. So if I'm going backwards, this is supposed to be the last card I pick up, okay? Because we got somebody who want to supersize. So if he outside, some man outside, he want to add more ladies to his stable out there. He want to have more ladies that he have like making money off of and doing what he want to do too. So if we dealing with a job, we got a boss that's committed a racial act against his employee because he might have made her be with him, lay down beside him, and engage to keep her job. He's saying he's not guilty, but he is. He's guilty. He's saying, I'm not guilty. I'm innocent. You is guilty, mister. So we have that. She gonna spell it all out and expect nothing less than the best if it's somebody at work. Okay. Here we have, he might have told her, try me if you're there. So she had to do it and able to keep her job. Or we got some girl out on the street that some man she done ran into out there that then gave her something to eat or whatever he might have done, right? Gave her somewhere to live or whatever. He is, try me if you dare. You better get the job done. So he got her doing whatever out there. Because still all this is, to me, child abuse. So we have the girl wanted peace for a checkmate with this man because this person feeding her maybe, clothing her, giving her a place to live. But also, if we dealing with a boss and a lady at work, she want a peace treaty and a checkmate because she need her paycheck to take care of her household. Follow me? But if we dealing with an actual lady home, I keep hearing noises and nobody up there. I keep hearing noises. It could be my neighbors, but I don't know. It sounds like it's upstairs. But anyway, let's see. No, I don't hear no spooky house or nothing like that. It's probably something in drop. Like I don't have the shoes sitting good and one of them fall. Okay, let's just flow. Yeah, like if it's like a lady home and she got like a man home, for instance. I'm dragging this out, but I don't know. I gotta explain this. I feel like I gotta do it. Like she got a man home, so unable to keep the man things intact home. She wanted peace or checkmate. So she allowing stuff to happen, or when she find out about it, she giving him another chance because she wanted checkmate. She want that money to keep flowing in, that bacon to come in, that dough, that moolah, that bread, that cabbage. Keep bringing it in. Take care of the house because she ain't working. She can't find work. And also, she like the romance he giving, right? And she gonna try even harder to please him now because she see he messing with her child. Now you know that's sick, right? So we say see right here that he upset and mad outside, this man. So we gonna take the woman in the house with her man and her child, whoever that lady is. The man and got himself all upset and steaming. When the lady's supposed to be steaming, he done got upset. So that's where the shoe is, where it is backwards. He had no business being upset. She's supposed to be upset. But he over here making it about him. He upset. Get what I'm saying? He done did something wrong to her child and whoever the father's child. And he's still trying to act like he in control. But if we talking about on the street, the man who have these young girls out there, or whoever it is, he's upset and mad and angry and steaming about something, whatever it is, right? Or if we got a boss over here, he angry and steaming because he don't want the lady to say nothing about it. He don't want her to take him to court. This one over here don't want the girl to quit. He want her to follow through with what all the people tell her to do sexually. Home right here with this woman. This man, he mad because the wife or the girlfriend is approaching him and he don't like her coming at him. So we got a bunch of mess here. We got 3 different ways it could go because circumstances stopped them from framing for a lifetime. If she wanted to marry this man, she can't marry this man now if he's messing with her child. She'd be a darn fool. I'd be throw the cuffs on her. That's what I would say. So out here with the girl in the street, her right there, circumstances stopping her from framing it for a lifetime, or this man, because if she decide to run away and leave, this man will no longer be able to use her, right? But so far he using her. She can't get a better life as long as she hooked on to this sucker. Now we have over here in the with the work, this lady's circumstances is stopping her from framing it for a lifetime. Framing what? Having the best job and career she could have, or whatever it is she want. Right, a better house or whatever, because she got to be stuck with this, whatever's going on with her. Or he's saying if you take it to court, I'm going to fire you. So she kind of stuck there. So we have this man wanted the lady at work to plant playful energy. He was energy seeking. Out on the street, this man out on the street, the teenagers or whoever out there, or women out in the street, he want the lady to plant a seed of playful energy over here in this house with a mother, with her child being abused by this man she got in, living boyfriend, husband, or whoever she got. This man want the woman to plant a seed of playful energy, but he wants the child to. Get what I'm saying? A playful energy. Plant a seed, right? So what he did was want to give whatever he want to give. Candy, toys, get your hair braided if it's a teenager in the house or whatever it is he buying, some name brand tennis or sneakers or whatever it is, playful energy, right? Make it like a game, not no darn game. Child molester. Okay, we have right here that plantation we're living Each one is living a plantation way of living. The lady in the house, she needs this man because she can't get a job. She living a plantation way of living, not having enough food, money, clothing, shelter, or love. And hers is at this house, money. She need money, and that's why she holding on to this man. And she want love, right? Over here out in the street, they need, whoever in the street, they need everything. Shelter, money, love, food. Shelter, money, love, food. Shelter, money, love, food. It's something else. But the person on the street needs it. And all of that. But over here with the work, this person need not love, because love comes from this person's family. This person need the money. But the person need the money and able to have the shelter. Need the money to be able to have the food. See what I'm saying? From the boss. So life is like a jigsaw puzzle to each set of these people you heard me say. So let's just flow, because I've been on that a while. So we have right here that, let me move it along. Something is plain and simple for the person in the street, this lady right here, or this lady. Something is plain and simple. Because each one of these people was covering their bases. These predators, I call them. Each one, is 3 of them. Right? Was covering their bases. Okay? We have right here that this woman here, she wanted structure, but she was stung because this man molested her child, teenager or younger. Out here in the street, this girl out here, she wanted structure because of whoever she met and thought was nice or whatever, but she was stung when she saw she had to do all this man want her to do and be like a sex slave or whatever it is this person doing out there in the street, prostitute. Over here with work, this person over here, she was stung, right? In shock, because really she just wanted a job. She didn't want all this extra, because we have right here that somebody died. Your loved one is here in spirit. So this lady, her loved one could have died through murder, and she want life to be like it was before her husband was murdered, if she needed a job because of that. Out there in the street, the child out there, their relative could have been murdered or whatever, and they out in the street. Or over here, this lady, her loved one could have been murdered. Get what I'm saying? And she holding on tight to this man, anything like that. But it says, don't hold yourself hostage to a death. Follow me. Your loved one is here in spirit. I see spirit right there on my computer. So we have right here, can it be like it was before somebody was murdered? So maybe this person here wanted to be like it was before the loved one was murdered and grabbed onto somebody. Over here in the street with this person, or over here. So maybe all 3 of these people experienced somebody was murdered in their family, and that's why they in the positions they in. We got this lady, a people pleaser, pleasing this man, giving this man whatever, doing whatever, not getting them locked up, sacrificing her child because you're allowing this man to do whatever to your child, invite all kind of grown-up stuff into your child's life and damaging your child because you can't get a job and you need him to pay the bill, so you won't let him just abuse your child and turn your child into whatever. By the time your child get whatever age, your child going to be screwed up and on drugs probably. Out here in the street, this person is a people pleaser, and she want love, she want food, she have nothing. Maybe her mother died, her father died, she just got put out of foster care or whatever. Over here with this lady over here, maybe her husband died and she trying to run the house alone. But she a people pleaser trying to do what her boss say to be able to keep the job because she need to bring in that bacon to take care of her home. So all of them is a people pleaser. So we have right here, we got calico, right? Not calico. But anyway, let's leave that alone. So we have right here, it is time to heal. For this lady over here, from her husband or whoever being murdered, the child's father or whatever. so she can be able to get a healing for her child, because her child going to need a healing because this man doing something to her child. And she needs to get herself straight so she can be able to help her child. Because something got to be wrong with you to be able to put money over top of your child and let somebody abuse your child like that. You ain't looked enough for a job because God will give you one. Even if it's McDonald's, God will give you a street sweeping job before God allow you to just let your child be abused by some man to pay the bills. Don't play God like that, miss. Okay, over here we hear this girl out here, whoever the girl is. It's time for you to heal and get from out of that position. Go to some place to get a job so you can get on your feet. There's all kind of places, shelters and different places out here. You're going to have to get out of that position. It's time to get out of it. God wants all of this stopped. All of it needs to cease. Go look for a job at any place, some kind of store. It don't have to be a big department store, but some kind of place. God going to give you that job. Clean yourself up and go. And then once you go, God going to put a place for you to live at. Shelter or whatever. And then you're going to meet somebody there that's going to be able to catapult you to an apartment. God is good. God can make that work. But you got to step into your princess-ship. Because I'm talking about a girl. You ain't a queen. You're a princess. God say you're a princess. And you got to step into it. Get out of that position you're in. And that's the gutter. God don't want you in the gutter. If you're a princess, you don't belong in a gutter. You don't let nobody have you living a gutter life because you're not a slut. And you got to get from out of that position. Over here, with this lady here, God going to give you a job. Go look for a job. Go look for one. You might didn't get one before, but go start looking for one starting this week. Go look for one. God going to give you a job and able for you to kick that man out. God going to give you all you need and able to kick that man out. Did you hear what I said? I'm going to say it one more time. God going to give you a job that's going to provide what you need and able for you to kick that man out, that molester out, that child abuser out of your house. So you can go get a healing and you can take your child while you're at it because you allowed this man to abuse and engage in sexual activity or whatever this man did with your child. You invited it in your child's life. And your child going to need counseling for that one day in your child's life because your child going to grow up with all kind of problems from stuff like that. I was molested. Things happened to me when I was young, so I already know. As an adult, when I became an adult and all kind of craziness and all, it come from when I was a child. Get what I'm saying? Don't damage your child. Don't you damage your own child. Don't allow somebody to damage your child. Follow me? Over here, as far as whoever this is over here will work, God going to give you another job. But God wants you to start putting in some more applications for another job. Get my drift. I'm going to say it again to you. God wants you to put in some more applications for different jobs. Because God going to move you over. Going to get you out of that puddle because it's going to keep you wet. It's going to keep you stuck with having to pull your dress up, pull your pants down, or whatever's going on over here with you and your boss. God is going to move you out of this puddle that's keeping you wet, keeping you hurt, keeping you wounded, keeping you emotionally feeling terrible inside. And God going to put you in a dry place, a secure place. But you got to do it. Fill out the applications. Not just one, fill out a lot of them. And God gonna, if you don't believe me, just watch. I love that song. If you don't believe me, just watch. That's the only part I know. If you don't believe me, just watch. I love that. If you don't believe me, just watch. Fill out the applications. God gonna move you. If you don't believe me, just watch. God gonna get you out of that wet place and put you in a dry place. You ain't gotta keep doing whatever this man say because you need a job because your husband died or whoever died who was taking care of you. God got you. But you got to believe God can do it, though. And you got to believe in yourself. Put the work in to do it. Like you putting the work in to go to this job. Put the work in and look for some more jobs. Don't tell him nothing about it. Your boss. Don't tell him nothing about you leaving. Don't tell him nothing. Fill the applications. Do the next step. You need one of my daughters. You need one of my daughters to help you. My daughter is like this. My daughter, she know how to work things. She worked that thing. My daughter went to college 2 times, got all her degrees she got, worked all in between, worked this job, that job, go to college, internship, all kind of stuff was going on. You got to work that thing. You don't sit there and be the victim. God saying don't be the victim. You're not going to be the victim. You over here making your child a victim and you acting like a victim, the one out in the street or this woman over here. Follow me? It's time to heal, God says, all 3 of you. So we here right here. Nobody is perfect. And that's what the man feel over here. That's what the man feel over here. And that's what the boss feel. But nobody is perfect. But you're not going to allow this to happen to you no longer. You're going to stop being that victim. Okay? So it says right here, the X is not for you. God talking to you. This man over here, God wants you to make this man your ex. Go look for some jobs. God gonna give you one, and once you actually get the job, don't tell this man nothing about you even looking for a job. Some people feel they gotta tell everything. Stop running off at the mouth telling everything. Don't tell a man your next move. You got $1 million, you don't need to tell him nothing. He don't need to know about your cash. Stop talking so much. People talk too much sometimes and tell everything. I don't care who it is. You don't have to tell nobody anything. Don't tell him your next move. What you do is you look for work. All week long, all the way up until, what's today? Today is Tuesday, right? Up until next Tuesday. More than one job. Don't just say you looked and you couldn't find one. A lot of jobs. By foot and by computer. Not just one way, by foot and by computer. You heard what I said, right? You want to get a job, God going to give you one, because God don't want that child molested. God won't want that man out of that house. And the only way you going to put him out if you get a job. So God going to give you a job because God want that child protected. Get what I said? God want this child protected. You don't seem to want your child protected, but God wants your child protected. So God going to give you what you need in order for you to kick this man to the curb, as they call it. Out here with this young lady. God want her to change up her life and don't feel she obligated to this man because he fed her. God want her to feed herself. Go look for work. God going to give you a job. Go to any stores. It don't have to be right there where this man have you at or whatever. Go a whole nother direction. 3 blocks down, 4 blocks down or whatever, and look for work somewhere down there. Wherever it is, a whole nother area. Get what God's saying? Online and by foot. Don't tell this man where you're working at, because once you get away from this man, God wants you to stay away. Did you hear what I said? Don't tell this man anything. Don't tell him your next move. Get what I'm saying? Because God said this person not for you. You better hear what I'm saying. God said this person need to become your ex, a person you don't know no more. But you can't tell this person none of your moves you're making. You got to just, what you call, make the move. You get what I'm saying? Just make the move. Don't tell a person nothing. Get what I'm saying? With this situation, don't tell a person nothing. With this situation, you look for your jobs and know you got the new job sealed. Know for a fact you got it sealed. And then you just tell a person, I quit. Just say you quit. Don't say I got another job. Don't explaining. I quit and walk out the door. That's what you do with this job over here with you. You just look for a job. Do your looking for whatever you're looking for. And once you find one and you know you got it, just go about your business. Don't come back and explain, telling the man, well, I found a job. I don't want to do it. I won't tell him nothing. Just go ghost, as they call it, right? Over here with this lady, go look for a job, seal it, know you got it, and kick that man to the curb. Ain't no explaining nothing. Just tell him you want him out. If he don't want to get out, call. I would never recommend nobody to call the cops, right? Not for a black man, because I don't want him to get shot. Because sometimes police take things the wrong way and they shoot people, and I don't want nobody killed. But you got to get the man out of your house. If you don't make it seem like the person is doing no harm to you, they shouldn't be shooting anybody. But if you got to call 911 to get him out, you got to call him. But you should not say nothing, a bunch of bad things to make the police shoot the man, because we don't want him shot. You just want him out of your house. Get my drift. Right? I need you to come and help me get his belongings out of my house. A phrase like that. Can you help me? Can you help with getting my ex's belongings out of my house? Anything like that. And the police will be there and tell him get his stuff out, and then he can get out. Nice and easy. Smooth transition. Get what I'm saying? God ready for a change with whoever this is, all three of you people. Because you're dealing with a shark. The last card. This man was a shark. Going after the child every day, every night, or what was going on. Right underneath your nose. You wasn't working, so I don't know why you ain't see nothing or hear nothing. Over here in the street, he was a shark to this girl because he fed her. She had no family or nobody to take care of her, and he just was a plain old shark. Over here, here's a shark to your baby. Something was seeping or whatever, but then you kind of act like you ain't see it. And it ain't good when a mother act like she don't see something that you know you see. Over here, we have that this man was a shark because he know you needed a job. But you're going to seek justice for the racial act. But you can do that once you put in for your new job and get your new job. You need to make sure it's sealed that you got it. Tell him you quit. In the process of all that, you go to your lawyer or wherever about the racial act situation. Right? And come against him. But you got to have your new job already intact. You get my drift. I'm talking to a grown-up, so you know what I'm talking about. That went long, but that's just how that went. It just took it there. Yeah, this about child molesters, predators, people like that going after children, going after women, violating women for whatever reason or whatever these people are doing. You don't know who living next to you, up the street, who in your house or whatever. No, it's time for a change. It's time for a change. Because that stuff ruins ladies and ruins kids. It can make a child be a darn prostitute, or it can make you not even want your own sex. It make you all kind of ways when things happen to you. It make you different ways. It makes you different ways. And some people, they have it deep down inside and they don't let things out, but they got the stuff deep down inside. They being with a pile of men, or they don't want a man at all. They don't want a man at all. Or they wind up acting like a man, dressing like a man. So it can turn you all kind of ways. It can do all kind of ways. It can make you start doing stuff to somebody that's your own, somebody else. All kind of stuff. You know, so the thing is that you got to know that when you do things to people, you really tear them up inside, emotionally, physically, and everything else. You're not aware that you're doing it because you're looking at your own needs, your own thoughts, or whatever's wrong with you. But no, God going to make you pay. Each one of you that's going through this, God is going to make that person pay. But God going to make this mother pay over here. She, along with the man, God going to make her pay. Because she not a victim. The child is the victim. But she playing victim. I don't have a job. No, God going to make you pay, miss. Because once you saw this man was doing whatever, you left this man in place to constantly molest your child. You saw something some kind of way seeping through, whatever you saw. You fussed about it or whatever. He said whatever, and you might have said, well, don't do it again. And you left him there, and he still did whatever. So God going to handle you. So you and him getting your spiritual justice on this channel. That's about spiritual justice. You're going to get yours. Look, it is right. You're going to get yours. This man going to get whatever for out there taking advantage of this young girl. This boss over here going to get his because this lady husband might have died or whatever and she needed a job badly and he just took cold advantage. Felt she had no place else to go or whatever. No, you can't just do people like that. You're going to get yours. This is Debraas Love.